everyone to Life Captured episode 50. Today I want to talk about the technological use of our time. Since phones kind of came into use, people have relied on them a lot more than other forms of communication. And then especially when the smartphones came out, it brought everything to the next level, but it brought a lot of downsides with it. Not only has there been this giant form of disconnection despite the purpose of phones to begin with, but it's also taken away something very important to us, and that is our peace. A big problem for me when I first got a phone, because I would drop everything the minute someone called or text. I'd be right on it, calling them back, responding to their messages, everything. And it really brought an instability to my day and what was going on in my life, because it would kind of just disrupt everything going on. Whether it was a social function or whether I was working on a project, everything would be dropped to get back with that person, and it really wasn't healthy. And since I've taken the time to step back, and my phone will be off at nighttime, and it's off when I'm at work. And when I go and get in the shower, I turn my phone off, just so then I don't get distracted and hear my phone go off and just be rushing to get out. And so I feel like it's really important to make sure that there are times aside with disconnection from your phone. Otherwise, it can really come between you and your life, really. This doesn't mean you're sitting on your phone all day, every day. That's not what I'm saying. But for me, it was this thing where I would have my phone set to the side and I would be doing whatever, and I would hear it go off and it would be a problem. So now, whenever my phone goes off, I'll finish what I'm doing. You know, if I'm eating supper, if I'm cleaning my house, it's not an emergency. I don't need to respond to it right now. And that has really helped to take back some of the peace of mind, because a friend of mine shared recently how at dinner time, all the phones are on the counter, and that is just their family time together without that technology. And I think that's really cool to set that time aside, because there is so much out there in our world that is distracting us and is taking our time and our peace. And it's good to have as much control as possible over your own environment. Another thing to talk about is the addictive tendencies with smartphones, especially with kids. These days, there is no boredom anymore. Kids are constantly entertained with something, especially screen time. And I think boredom is a really important part of childhood, because it just forces you to be creative with your time and what you're doing around you. And it really brings out writers and singers and artists, because they have to be creative about their time. And all that's taken away now because they're constantly entertained with screens and other technology. And that's something to really keep in mind, especially with parents and trying to raise their kids in a healthy way. And lastly, I think it's important to talk about the dangers of having everything at your fingertips. These days, you go online and you can learn anything at the snap of a finger. And it can be great having access to a lot of information, but that brings a lot of dangerous things into your home. And like I said earlier, especially with children or with teens, and even yourself, there's just too much out there, too much at your fingertips. And something to really keep in mind and to monitor in your life as well as your kids is what they have access to and what you have access to, because it's just a dangerous world out there, and we're trying to be healthy and safe. We want our families to be healthy and safe, so that's something else to keep in mind. So I hope that this is helpful to someone. For me, it was just really great getting some peace back and stepping back from immediately responding to people, and really just taking some time to just let my phone sit. If it rings, it rings. I'll get to it when I get to it. I don't have to drop everything I'm doing just to respond or to pick up the phone. And that's just been really freeing for me. And it is less of a disruptor now. So that is the thing that I have learned the most in all this. But y'all have a great week. God bless you. And I cannot believe it's August already. So I hope y'all have a great rest of your summer.